Why has every year in the last few seemed like the worst year ever? Is it a pattern? Is it a wake-up call? McGill University professor Andrew Potter ponders the question in the new book, On Decline. He joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. So this is part of an ongoing field note series that Biblioasis, the Canadian publisher, is publishing. And yours is kind of a very thought-provoking look at why we as a society are failing slowly. And that's why every year since what? You start off with 2016. Let's start off there. The death of David Bowie.
Yeah, so the book sort of starts with the death of David Bowie, probably because it kind of rocked me personally. I was a huge fan, but also because there was a meme that sort of started up when David Bowie died. That you saw it on Twitter, you saw it sort of all Instagram and so on, where it said it was someone saying, "I'm not saying David Bowie was an alien force holding the universe together, but look around you," right?
Yes, because by the end of that year, we have Donald Trump as president of the United States.
Exactly, and so you had like David Bowie and Prince die right in the span of like 4 or 5 months, and you had Brexit, and you had and everyone thought, oh, Brexit, this is insane, right? And then Donald Trump goes and gets elected, and that just starts 4 years of absolute chaos, right? From that on. But what I try to argue in the book is that chaos was merely a symptom of much broader patterns that have been at work in our society for a long time and continue to be at work, and that he didn't cause any of this, and his departure didn't put an end to it.
Right. You talk in the book a lot about how politics has now invaded all of our lives, all aspects of our lives, and we're seeing that especially now with COVID-19, with the vaccine. So politics is into science, politics is into healthcare.
Yeah, it's actually scary the extent to which every aspect of our lives now gets pushed through this filter of what you call it tribalism, right? It's basically what political tribes or identity politics have we sorted ourselves into, and there's literally nothing that happens, or nothing you can do, no position you can take on whether it's pop culture or whether it's the movie you saw last night or whether it's what the food you're eating, that doesn't end up getting pushed through that identity politics filter, and ends up landing you on one side or the other of one of the handful of tribal divides we have in our society right now. And it's hard. It's easy to blame the internet for everything, but it's also it's partly the internet, right? The internet is catalyzing a lot. So
yeah, you talk about for all the technology advances that we think we have right now, we're actually stagnating when it comes to innovation, because by this time we were supposed to have flying cars for everyone, right? If you look back at huge developments over the last more than a century.
Yeah, so what I do is I sort of go back into like 200 years, and I say, look, every 50 years from about 1800 on, every 50 years you would wake up to an absolutely magical world completely transformed. And starting in about the mid-century, the 70s and so on until today, if you sort of jumped ahead from 1970 till today, not that much has actually changed. We've got smaller phones, and we've got we got Netflix streaming and this stuff, and so the culture got a lot thicker in that sort of informational technological sense. But in a lot of ways, we've either stagnated or gone backwards technologically. And I use sort of the idea of like, where's my flying car? That's sort of the hipster line that where's my jetpack, right? Where's my flying car? But it actually speaks to a broader problem, which is not just technological innovation, but or technological stagnation, pardon me, but almost strangulation. Like, it isn't just that we ran up against the limits of what we could do. We stopped having sort of the political capacity to do things, and that speaks to everything from why can't we build pipelines, to why can't we solve the problems in Afghanistan, to why can't we do anything about climate change, right? They sort of scale up from the very low level, like local highway that never gets fixed, up to climate change.
Andrew, we've run out of time, but so much to think about reading your book, and I really thank you for a lot of thought-provoking messages. So it's Andrew Potter's On Decline, and we'll get a link up on our website, chch.com, with how people can purchase the book. Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.